Welcome to the 5th edition of the People's Pitch podcast. I am John, and I'm here with my trusty co-host, Nathan.
What's up?
Morales.
Hey.
We are the official podcast of Minneapolis City SC, and as usual, we are sponsored by Summit, the official beer sponsor of the People's Pitch. Give them some love, citizens. Whether it's your favorite seasonal, your core staples you just keep in the fridge, or the delightful Unchained series, Summit Brewing Company have what you want. For more details that I surely missed, information on tours or upcoming events, and much, much more, visit summitbrewing.com. Mr. Morales, how you doing? Did you recover from the last week's epic episode?
Yeah, man. And I might be getting the madness. Do you have the madness?
Like March Madness?
March Madness. March Madness, baby. Brackets came out last night.
I have more of a soccer fever than a March Madness.
Yeah, I don't really... I haven't been following at all. As you get older, you can only follow like 3 things at a time. So I've got like... I've got like FIFA 16, Barclays Premier League, yep, and then Minneapolis City. Those are my things. And then like I play XCOM 2 and watch Charlie Rose to pass out at night. That's my life.
Wow, you're getting old, man.
I know. When you get old and you have kids, it's a different story.
Well, I would say that I haven't followed as much. My alma mater, Milwaukee, didn't make it this year. A little sad about that. But I have a coworker that I used to work with that always picks Gonzaga every year, and he knows nothing about basketball. So I'll go with the Zags this year. See how they're.
I guess from what I've heard, it could be like any of 15 teams. So
it could. Well, it could be any of 64 or whatever.
Yeah, but realistically.
Well, you never know, man. Anyways,
let's just light that money on fire.
Yeah, right. Anyways, let's talk about what we have today. So today we have a treat. We have 2 city trialists that are currently going through the last portion of the trials at city headquarters here with us, and we'll get into a little interview with those fellas. And we have a quick recap of the open combine that was last night, and then a little reader email. We finally got someone to email us, and then we'll dive into a little merchandise. So why don't we just start off with merchandise?
Hell yeah, merchandise, baby. So you've all seen on the website, hopefully, the preview of the hats, the preview of the kits, of course the scarves. So Minneapolis City is, we've got the support scarf up there. For certain, ownership scarf. Sorry, we're in the process of working out with the jersey manufacturer, some manufacturer called Impact Sports, right?
Yes, Impact.
To finalize these 2016 kits, and that design you see on the website, is that pretty close to?
It's really close.
So what's going on?
So Impact started in rugby in Europe and slowly started moving into soccer. So I believe we'll be their first soccer sponsor in the U.S., which is something interesting. But yeah, they're into squash. They make squash uniforms, whatever that.
It's like racquetball, but handball, but not.
I know what it is, but like
I don't.
What uniform do you wear?
They like play it in a weird court in New York. That's what I assume squash is.
Yeah, it's like eccentric billionaires.
Like, I was gonna say like kind of like middle-aged men are really into squash.
Right. Well, exactly. Well, anyways, yeah. So they're big in the squash market, taking it by storm. And then I believe we'll be their first team. But they started in 2009, like I said, making rugby stuff, and they're very great people to work with. Super flexible on what the design is, and we're doing a little bit of a marketing deal with them too. So great partners.
And Pink is still on the table.
Yeah, Pink's still on the table, despite Coach Kicker's pushback. Pink is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't like it. So the players spoke, and they like Pink. So we're in.
All right, cool. So, like, what's coming up here? We got T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, maybe long sleeve shirts. We got Trent working in the bowels of Minneapolis City headquarters, right, to design these things.
Right. So, for those of you who don't remember Trent, he was the designer of our logo that you shit all over on the internet. But now you actually kind of like it. So, but Trent's been hard at work designing, like what Nate said, hats, T-shirts, long sleeves, sweatshirts. Check back to our website frequently to see when those will be there. We'll let you know, but merchandise is coming as we get closer to the season.
Yeah, deck yourselves out. It's coming soon.
So next topic on the slate would be the Open Combine. Yesterday we had 38 players out for about three plus hours of soccer, and the coaching staff informed us that out of those 38, about 7 of them will be asked to continue on to trial. And then 4 to 6 of them asked to maybe come back and join up with one of the Stegman's teams. So, we had It reminded me a lot of the tryout that was on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like the Philadelphia Eagles tryout where they all tried out.
Oh my
for it.
God!
Yeah, and like one of the McPoyles made it. It was like that, an open tryout. Like anyone can show up, but to get between 10 and 13 players that might be able to come into the mix, whether it's with Stegman's or with Minneapolis City, if it all goes well for them. And the next step is great.
So Stegman's, that's like the Stegman's international team is kind of the second team, the feeder team for the reserves for City.
Yep.
All right.
And then some of these guys I could see them maybe even playing for Stegman's Old Boys or Athletic or one of the other Stegman's teams.
As long as they're up for it.
Yeah, as long as they're up for it. So it was good. So that was last night. Everyone who showed up got a T-shirt with logos. You might start seeing those popping around.
What?
Town. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry, they didn't have any extra smalls for you.
Dang.
I'll get you one.
You got to get me the halter top, the extra small.
But yeah, I will. I'll get you one of these days.
Whenever. Should have gone.
So yeah, so it was great. So we had the group out. Thank you all the trialists who came out. We really appreciate it. I believe Coach Kicker will be getting in touch with you either way before you even listen to this. So if you do listen to it, I have no idea if they do. Thank you again for coming out.
Hey, do we have an email?
We do. We have an email from listener, let me see here in my notes, listener Bennett. I believe Bennett was the gentleman who listens to our podcast after he showers in the morning.
Perfect. Bennett's the super fan.
Yeah, Bennett the super fan. So Bennett says, gentlemen, great show as always. You continue to edge out the likes of Matt Doyle and about 100 New York City FC podcasts for my first dibs on my Wednesday commutes.
I don't know who that is, but that's cool.
Yeah, suck it, New York City. As I'm hearing you guys talk about the players the club has signed, it sounds like a lot of them are high school age. Looking at the signings he's part of us. Our opponents have publicized, it seems like a lot more collegiate and former professional players on those rosters. Are we likely to see more experienced players signed in the process? Or is the club going to stick with youth? My other question is about game day. I will not continue to read that question because we are not going to get into game day stuff today, Bennett. So thank you for your first question. And that leads us into the fellows we brought into the mix today. So we have Mr. Matt Elder and Mr. Nate Engel. So welcome to city headquarters, fellas.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks. It's an honor.
So, what's up, guys? So it took a little while to get here. We're finally here. You guys excited to dive into the world of podcasts?
Yeah, happy to be here. Glad we made it finally.
All right. Well, we'll start with you, Matt. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your playing background. Where you're from. If you're from Minnesota, maybe plug your high school. If not, just tell us a little about where you're from, what position you play, etc.
Yeah. So Minnesota boy my whole life. Born and raised in New Hope. Came through Armstrong High School over there in Plymouth.
What's the mascot at Armstrong?
Falcons.
Go Falcons.
Yeah, go Falcons. Played my 4 years at University of Wisconsin Superior as a goalkeeper, and then graduated from there and was actually in Vancouver with the Whitecaps for their preseason with their USL squad, and then didn't work out, but fell into place with Minnesota Twin Stars the last 2 summers in the NPSL. And now happy to be here and trying out and trying to get ready to go here.
Great. How about you, Nate?
Yeah, so same situation. Born and raised in Minnesota, actually not too far from Matt. Out of Maple Grove, actually graduated Maple Grove High School. Go Crimson.
Go Crimson.
Nice little leaf. Our mascot's the Leafy.
Yeah, look out for
not
that
too
Crimson.
much of a mascot, but actually from high school I went to NDSU for 2 years, played club ball, and then ended up transferring to Wisconsin Superior and ended up playing with Matt for a while and ended up rooming together for a couple years, and
nice.
The bromance has been ever since. But same scenario too. Since graduation, been playing with the Twin Stars the last 2 summers in NPSL. Just looking to find something a little bit more structured and continue playing at the highest level I can.
Great.
We're going to talk about the Twin Stars in a second, but tell me about how you ended up working out with Vancouver and how. I mean, that's kind of a big move to make from Minnesota to all the way out west.
Sure. So the coach of the Twin Stars the previous 2 years was Alex Bunbury, who played for Canada's national team. And
that Teal's dad, right?
Yep. And so he had a plug with a bunch of the Canadian coaches And he sent a couple of guys from the Twin Stars to various MLS teams for trials. Nate, you were in Chicago.
Chicago and down in Sporting KC too last fall.
Yep. Yeah, so Alex just, a couple guys had some pretty good seasons, and he wanted to get us a look at the next level and made some calls for us and got us to get to some places. So, yeah, that was a great experience.
Cool. That's exciting.
So, well, maybe we'll start with Nate this time. So how did you get in contact with Minneapolis City? Or how did Minneapolis City get in contact with you?
Yeah, it was just kind of through word of mouth, basically. I heard it from a buddy of mine and just heard that there's a new team developing, and heard some good coaches are going to be affiliated with this squad. And, I wanted, like I previously said, something a little bit more structured, and I wanted to come out, see what it was all about, meet some new guys, maybe see some more talent from Minnesota base, and, just kind of go from there.
Sure. And yourself?
Actually heard it first time from my buddy Josh Roy, who seems like he's got his pulse on what's going on in Minnesota soccer. But yeah, and then started talking with Nate about it. Summer's coming up. What do you want to? What's your plan? Where should we try and play? And both thought just the fan base you guys have been creating. I mean, it seems like it's as good as it's going to get at this level in this region. So yeah, it was definitely something I wanted to try and be a part of.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like we a lot of the players that we have been getting that have been coming in, whether it was in the invitational trials that you guys participated in or even the friendlies after, it was a lot of word of mouth. It was Jeremy and Keith and the coaching staff and Alan reaching out, or even Adam Pribble, our goalkeeper coach, reaching out to players or groups of players through whether it's the MIAC coaches and whatnot, or even just some of the men's league teams that are around here too. And it just kind of swelled from there. So have you guys played in the men's league at all in Minnesota, or have you specifically been chasing more of the higher tier, maybe USL, NPSL route in US soccer?
I mean, personally, I've played in MASL every summer coming up until graduation from college. So I played with Rise FC actually for, I believe it was 3 summers.
Okay.
So we competed in D1, I think, all 3 years, I want to say.
How did you guys do against the internationals?
We won the league in 2013, I know that.
Oh.
And then the year after that, we kind of crumbled. Guys stopped showing up, injuries, guys are getting too old, that kind of stuff. So.
Right. And that's kind of the reason why we, with Stegman's and kind of how we formed the reserve squad out of what was the former just FC Internationals, is that there won't be that where there'll be the guys not showing up, and you get done with work on like a Tuesday, you have to play with 8 guys because people just aren't showing up because they lost interest at the end of the summer. So the nice part about having the reserve squad feeding into Minneapolis City through the men's league, it affords us the ability to have not only a strong team to scrimmage against internally, but also a place for guys to play that maybe aren't quite there yet.
Is that something you see at a lot of that level? Is like, I got my day job, and as the summer gets over, maybe I don't want to go to the game as much and play.
Absolutely.
Is that something you guys run into?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, in men's league for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Minnesota summers are nice, so people want to go to their cabins, and a lot of people just skip town, and soccer comes secondary.
That really sucks if you're actually trying to keep performing at a certain level and build to something for these old guys to make a commitment like that, and then just bomb on you.
Yeah, right. It happens at all levels, and that's one thing that with our Stegman's Club, we've made sure that at any level we have plenty of players that we can share back and forth. So it never happens, because there's nothing worse than like 95-degree heat and you got to play short. Maybe not because you're in goal, you're not really used to that, but
a lot of shots though. You see a lot of shots though.
Matt, have you played in the MASL at all?
Yeah, so I played with Rise for 1 season.
The banner year, or was it the falling apart year?
No. It was in between, actually. It was neither of them. But and then I played with Lewis Super Dragons. They just played D2, I think, MASL. Just had a plug-in with that team and just get some extra games and stuff like that. So that's my experience in the MASL.
So if I'm not familiar with the different tiers of soccer locally, like what is the MASL and what kind of competition, what kind of teams were you guys playing against?
So, MASL has 4 different divisions, D4 up to D1, D1 being the highest. I would see, just from my experience in it and, what I see and hear, D1's usually a lot of local kids that are still in college, coming back for the summer, playing, still, trying to stay healthy and get touches on the ball and just have some fun. It's not, I wouldn't say it's too serious at any point, but it's definitely fun, and it does get competitive, especially with all the local guys going to either, Concordia or St. Thomas,
Hamlin,
Bethel. You name it.
Yeah.
So it's and Mac. So a lot of local kids are playing on different teams, so it's pretty competitive. It gets pretty fun.
Would you say that maybe just the top half of it is where the serious people kind of shake out, and the bottom half just ends up?
It usually drops off pretty significantly from D2 to D3.
Right.
I would say it's a lot of older guys. I want to say washed up, still trying to chase dreams at 35.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. I fall right into that bucket. But yeah, it's like I played men's league in Wisconsin, and the structure that they have there is a little different than here. Mm-hmm. There is promotion relegation, but it's promotion relegation between first and second teams in each individual in the league. So Division 2, they don't have like 3 and 4; they just have 1 and 2. So you might be playing against your reserve squad because your club is stacked. But we're here, everyone starts out in Division 4. So I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Okay.
So everyone starts on Division 4, and you have to win and get promoted up. So we have our own piece of promotion relegation. But anyways, let's get back to City. So Matt, what are your perceptions of the trials so far? And is there anything that stands out for you, or any bright spots?
Well, yeah, I would say the coaching staff and organization straight off the top. It's very structured. You get there, and it's a lot of things people take for granted when they're not playing at this level. Is you get there and there's a bag of fully pumped balls ready to go, and you already have cones laid out, and you're going from one drill to the next with no breather in between. And it's the little things like that separate a team like this, where you can see like the coaching staff has it under control, to some others.
Well, I bring the balls, so you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
What about you, Nate?
No, just kind of piggybacking off of that. It is a lot more structured than what I've seen here in the past, and thus far, I've seen pretty good talent level too. Just some guys that I haven't seen in a couple years have come back out and shown some things that I haven't seen in a while. So it's definitely exciting to see more local talent that I haven't seen quite often. So I'm excited to see where it takes us and who makes the final cut and who makes the starting 11. So.
Right, and I've said before on the podcast, and Mr. Morales, you can vouch for this, but I was saying that out of what I've seen so far, like I'm comfortable with the players we've brought in, even without the talent that's coming back from college. Like I think we've been afforded something that I didn't think we were going to have, because I'm not from here and I don't know many people in soccer. Now I do, because I'm plugged in. But I'd feel comfortable with rolling out a starting 11 or to maybe 15, 18 with the guys I have seen, and we can compete in the PLA.
Nate, you said that you've seen some of the same guys at a lot of these different things. Like you said, you've seen guys that you've known for a couple of years. Do either of you see a lot of these guys that are kind of like yourselves, like kind of grinding and trying to keep it at the high level, and then are have been sticking around Minneapolis for a couple of years?
It's a good question. I've seen, honestly, not a whole lot that I've known come through college and still trying to, pursue their dreams. A lot of them get tied down, jobs, moving, get married. It's happened a lot, to be surprised, but there's actually only a handful that I know personally that are still trying to pursue their goals and still work full time on top of it. So, I would say it's pretty seldom from what I've seen.
Okay.
And the nice thing about the PLA schedule is you can have a day job.
Yeah.
And I believe the training structure. I can't speak for the coaching staff, but from what I've heard, the training structure of the team this summer will be later evenings. Not just because it's when field time's available, but the availability of guys who are not coming back from school or even in school that have internships and whatnot have the ability to be able to train, as well as being able to be afforded to play in the MASL to get games in. If we bring in so much talent, there's only 11 spots to start each game. So we need to have the ability for other guys to get touches, or guys who are coming back from injury to be able to get touches in the men's league. So I think we'll have a structure for multiple types of people, whether it be college students, recent grads, the top level men's players, guys like yourselves who are continuing that level after school. So kind of piggybacking off of that, if you could kind of touch on, Matt, you talked about the MPSL and being with the Twin Stars last year, and now you're looking at the PLA. What's different from the two organizations, and why, if any, does it make sense for you to kind of pursue what we have going on?
Well, it's tough to say a whole lot about, except for just on the structure, not having played a game or seeing what other teams are. But with Minnesota United Reserves making the jump from NPSL to PLA, Madison 56ers. Yep. So those are two teams we're familiar with. We've seen them 4 times in the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a higher level. It's not going to be any less of a level than the NPSL.
Right.
I think Croatian Eagles and the Bavarians are going to be, top caliber teams with some good players on it. And I mean, yeah, like you said, just the guys that we've brought into this trial already, and then the guys that are still coming back. I mean, you look at some of the guys you have signed, and they have, some real accolades at top levels in college. So it's exciting. I think the talent's going to be just as good, if not better. And excited to see, how it shakes out once we get out there on the field and really start playing and competing against some of these newer teams.
Right. How about you, Matt? Oh, I'm sorry, Nate. Too many Matts and Nates in this room.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy who has a different name.
No, I kind of same thing as Matt's saying, just reiterating. It's I think the structure so far has been very good. Like I said before, just the whole idea of people showing up in the last 2 seasons was a big turnoff for me, is kind of steering me away from that club. But I think competitiveness is going to be very similar. Like Matt said, Madison 56ers are still going to be here in United Reserves. I mean, I think, just with the talent that we've seen so far in the trials, I know we can, like you said, to put together a team that can go out and compete right now without a problem.
Right.
And, again, I'm excited to see how this pans out. I think we're going to have a solid squad.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the travel that you guys kind of went through with the Twin Stars.
Yeah, I mean, so we went down, all over the place, all over Wisconsin. We went down to Quad City.
Beautiful Quad Cities.
Yeah, beautiful Quad City. Great scenery on the way.
Yeah.
Detroit.
I'd say Detroit was probably the best trip. Unfortunately for Matt, it wasn't the best trip for him.
Yeah, Matt, what happened in Detroit?
I broke my leg in Detroit.
But no, I mean, travel, it was on the weekends. Obviously, all the guys that are committed are going, and I mean, it's definitely fun to have that college atmosphere where you're traveling on the bus with the guys on the weekend. I mean, just that atmosphere and going to play on the weekends for something you love is awesome.
Right. I mean, and I think with the distance that we have with the teams in our division, and the furthest away will be, I believe it'll be Milwaukee, will be the furthest. I mean, if you think about, I don't know how far away Cedar Rapids is. It just got added into the mix.
That's not bad. It's about as far as Des Moines.
About
It's
as far
just
as
kind of
Des Moines.
a little
It's like 4 hours, maybe.
country highways and stuff will get you there. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, the travel won't be there, but the nice part about what the PLA offers, and I'd be interested in getting your guys' take on this, is, sorry, we're interrupted by our Eastern European janitor. But as far as the fact that
I think he's a Croatians fan.
yeah, our janitor is definitely a Croatians fan. That one's hard to recover from. Just bursting on in. The studio door was closed. The record light was on. Everything. But no, to get back to the travel, the nice thing with the PLA and what from an organizational standpoint on what kind of drew us to it was the rivalries that you'll create. Not only with border rivalries, but also maybe players that you've already played against at one point.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun. I mean, kind of like having the Minnesota United Reserves in. That's going to be kind of a derby, if you will. And then, I mean, seeing everybody twice, that automatically makes for a rivalry. I mean, because one team leaves upset after a game, for sure.
Right.
You know, every time. So you see them a second time in the season, and that's going to be, I mean, a rivalry in itself. So, just to travel, I mean, it's not as far.
Right. And if you know, God forbid, we don't come away on the winning end in Milwaukee, I can at least show you guys where to go after.
I'm always down for a good time. You know, for a game, so.
Well, I think that's all I have. Mr. Morales, you got anything you want to talk about?
Hey, Summit Beer, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on something that I feel like has been a little bit of a theme, and it goes back to the email that we got. And really, it feels like we are, by not signing older professional players, it feels like we're kind of avoiding this pitfall of guys that are too old to play at a high level or don't have that kind of commitment. And I just kind of want to make sure that you guys, I mean, do you guys feel as on board as I do with this idea that it's not really something that, you know, a fan should worry about, that it's a bunch of college kids and guys that are pretty much, you know, 2-3 years out of college?
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing for them to worry about. I mean, they just have to come in, see us train, and they'll know. I mean, we're here, we're working 9 to 5, and then we're coming here to train 9 to 11 at night. I mean, everyone that's there is working real hard. So, I mean, that's whether you're 25 or 21 or 18 and going off for your freshman year. I mean, I think the commitment level is all the same.
Yeah, I mean, especially the guys like Matt said that have day jobs and they're committed coming out. I mean, any night of the week that we can get field space, you know, I'll be there playing just to get better each night and just, you know, building relationships with the new guys I don't know and, you know, getting that team camaraderie hopefully for the summer.
Got to get those touches.
Yeah, get the touches.
Well, I think now would be a good time to dive into the famous speed round. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Oh, shit.
It's about to get real. All right, we're going to start with Matt.
All right.
Do you need a stretch or anything, or do you think you're good?
I'm good. I'm loose.
All right, I'm going to ask you 10 random questions. First thing that pops into your head, just have at it, okay? All right. Who runs a better cool down after practice, Coach Keith or Coach Jeremy?
Jeremy.
What's your favorite soccer moment?
WIAC championship junior year of college.
Do you care to elaborate on that a little bit? Or
Beat Oshkosh undefeated. They were number 4 in the country, away on the road at their place, 1-2-1. Brian Grant scored with 9 minutes left to put us ahead, and a sweet moment.
And the only thing good about Oshkosh is $10 all you can drink always at Molly's downtown.
The whole city smells.
The whole city smells. It really does. And they play like on that weird there's a helicopter pad right by their field. I don't know if you guys saw that at all. It's like
for the overalls magnates that want to come back to town.
Yeah, it is. Like, who's gonna win March Madness? Basketball.
Kansas.
All right. Favorite pair of goalkeeping gloves and why?
Nike Confidence. I mean, it says it all in the name. If you're a goalie, you gotta have confidence. So rock them.
That leads into the next one. What do you do in the goal when you're bored?
Don't get bored. You always gotta be focused.
All right. Be honest. When's the last time you ate McDonald's?
Ooh. It's actually been a while, probably 6 months.
All right. There's others in the room that are shaking their heads. Pro player, maybe most notably a forward, you'd most like to destroy when you come out for a cross.
Ibrahimovic.
He might destroy you back.
Yeah, for sure, but I'd try.
If you could travel to see one team play live, who would it be?
Tottenham.
All right. How bad does your goalkeeper stuff smell on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being it doesn't, and 10 it smells like a college frat house the night after a party.
Probably like a 7.5.
True or false? Nate Engel is your best friend.
True.
All right.
Aww.
All right. That is the speed round. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you don't want to stretch or anything?
I don't need to stretch. I'm ready to go.
I won't have duplicate questions. Maybe one. How tall are you, and can you dunk a basketball?
6'3", and yes, I can.
What's the one thing about the game of soccer that you would change?
Oof, that's a good question.
They're all good questions.
Oh, man. Number of players on the field.
More? Less?
Less.
Like 3v3 or what are you talking?
10v10.
10v10? So you'd eliminate the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I don't want Matt in the net.
Is Matt Elder your best friend?
He is one of my best friends.
I had like a why not after there because I was thinking maybe like, oh no, I have this one guy I hang out with. From
You were
back in the
banking on
day,
a
but
fight.
I was banking on a fight.
Oh.
But no, that's good to know. Have you ever owned soccer shoes that were pink, purple, or bright orange?
Bright orange, yes.
Do you think forwards are afraid of you?
I would hope so,
Why?
because I'm a beast.
I like that. Have you ever worn a smaller size shirt in public just to show off?
I'll be honest, yeah.
Have you ever been sent off?
Yeah.
Why?
2 yellows.
2 yellows? Dissent or
Distant, nasty
being a
play.
beast?
Yeah, throwing around elbows.
If you weren't a soccer player, what would you be?
Pro hockey player.
Pro hockey player. All right, and the last one. If you bit Luis Suarez, what would he taste like?
McDonald's.
Oh, that's great. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for participating in the speed round.
Yeah, that was cool. Thanks a lot, guys. It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
Look forward to hopefully seeing more of you in the future.
Yeah, thank you for having us, guys.
Absolutely appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. Even though it was a long way to get here.
Yeah.
It was a long walk from UW Superior.
Cold.
Cold. It was cold.
Well, that's the player talk for this week. Next week, we've got more players to interview. Will Kidd is in the building, the former Como Park High School Dynamo. We're going to be interviewing him. I work with his mom, so I'm going to do the best to avoid the yo mama jokes and things like that. We've got more reader email. We want to talk about PLA teams next week and what the U.S. Open Cup is going to be all about now that the PLA teams can compete in that. And then I just want to remind everybody, thank you to Summit. We've been popping a couple of them here. They are the official craft beer sponsor of this podcast, The People's Pitch. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary. So for more information about all that good stuff, go to summitbrewing.com. And I also want to point you to Minneapolis City's website. Get on there. Buy a membership. Get some season tickets. MPLSCitySC.com. You know it. And if you need to email us, it's mcscpodcast@gmail.com.
And the first time we've ever gotten it right.
If you want to tweet at us, it's MPLSCitySC. And if you want to tweet at me, it's at Mexinate. If you want to tweet at John, it's at Johnny Business with 2 N's and 2 Z's and 2 S's at the end. That is it. That's it for our show this week. I'm going to leave you, as always, with our house band. It is Kicks on a Wire from Go Get 'Em Tiger. Peace out.
See ya.